Hi, I'm Tim with Midwest Photographic. I'm here to show you how to mount an acrylic cover to your album. We have our photograph. It has to be metallic or glossy. It cannot be luster or pearl or anything like that. It has to be metallic or glossy or it won't mount to the acrylic properly. We have the tape adhesive, nice thin sheet of tape adhesive that's going to go on top of the photograph and on the back of your acrylic to mount them. Once we have those mounted, we'll put it on top of our covers over here. To start off, we got to get the sheet off of the tape adhesive. What you can do to make it a little easier for you is just cut a little sliver off the corner, peel back that top sheet, and once you got it started, take a little piece of a photograph and use it as a tab. So now I can grab it quickly when I'm ready to mount it. If I'm doing an 8x8 piece of acrylic here, I want my photograph to be about an inch bigger than the 8x8, so about a 9x9 image. Same thing with the tape adhesive. Tape adhesive is going to have to be a little bit larger so I don't make any more mistakes here. Take your tape adhesive, fold back about a half an inch on the release paper. And just crease that back. Don't worry about getting fingerprints on the tape because this is going to be cut off. That portion will be cut off. And stick that to a board that is going to be able to have a release board, so it won't stick to the board. We'll be able to peel it right off. Once you have it stuck to there, take this and the photograph over to our rollers. Take your board and just get it started in the rollers so the board won't fall on you. Take your tape adhesive and push it over the rollers. At this time, if you have a sticky roller or if you have a tack rag, you can take your image and get all the dust off of your photograph. If you have any dust on your photograph, it's going to show up as a pimple on underneath the tape and underneath the acrylic. Slide your photograph up to the edge and grab the release paper. Once you have it in there, start rolling through and make sure you pull the tape adhesive quick enough off and roll it on through. Now we have to trim off the excess tape adhesive. Now we're going to mount by taking the front of the tape adhesive here, taking off the release paper, and mounting it to the back of our acrylic. I have a special board that we've made. It has acrylic mounted onto a board, and then you'll slide the acrylic with the back facing up into it. We'll peel off the release paper here and tack it down onto the first board that's mounted. And then we'll roll it straight into our acrylic. The reason you want to do this is because if you try to mount it alone, you'll never be able to line it up. You have to have some excess on here because if you just get it slightly crooked, you've ruined your photograph. Same as before, we'll start with the acrylic here and you just get it started so the board won't move on you. And what I've done here is I've made a few guidelines here so I get the print on straight when I mount it to the board. Peel back the release paper. And once again, the top half an inch or so will be waste, maybe 1/4 of an inch, so you can peel back your release paper and not worry about getting fingerprints on that. Mount it onto your guide. Run your finger down to make sure it's nice and flat. Roll your print up and grab your release paper. And if you have any dust on your acrylic or anything, do not use Windex. Use denatured alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and roll it through. Now if you see any bubbles in the back of the print, just run it through again. Normally you will not have to do that as long as your rollers are tight enough. Peel it off the board and trim off your photograph. Come straight up to the acrylic and just slide your blade down. Have our image nicely behind the acrylic, no bubbles, no grit. And we got 2 different style covers. For mounting it to the full cover, already has adhesive on here. You just peel off your release paper, slide it in and mount it right on. If you're doing a large window, this is a 1010 cover with an 8x8 piece of acrylic. You'll have to take your acrylic, peel off the release paper on our steel plate, mount it to the back of the acrylic. Then either with some very strong double-sided adhesive or contact glue, put it on the cover and then put some on the back of the acrylic and mount it into your cover. And that's it.